So this is one of those laptops that looks like it was built with absolutely no compromise in mind. An 18-inch QHD Plus display running at 240 Hz, Intel Ultra 9275HX under the hood, and an RTX 5070 with 8 GB of GDDR7. On paper, that already sounds like a desktop replacement trying to pretend it's still portable. And the first thing you notice when you open it up is just how serious it looks. It's not trying to be flashy in a cheap way. It's more like, I'm here to do work and also run literally any game you throw at me. Now performance is obviously the headline here. And yeah, it delivers. High refresh rate gaming on this panel feels extremely fluid. Competitive titles? You're easily pushing those frame rates to actually take advantage of 240 Hz. And in AAA games, you're sitting in that sweet spot where visuals and performance finally stop fighting each other. The RTX 5070 in here is interesting because it's not just about raw power, it's about consistency. It holds frame rates better than you expect, especially when you're pushing higher resolutions. And paired with 64 GB of DDR5 RAM, multitasking feels almost unfair. You can game, stream, edit, and still have way too many tabs open without this thing even blinking. Storage is another flex. You're looking at 3 TB total, split between a fast 2 TB SSD and an additional 1 TB dock setup. And that changes how you use a machine like this. You stop thinking about space management. You just use it. Thermals are always the real test for machines like this. And under load, yes, it gets loud. It has to. But it stays controlled enough that performance doesn't collapse when things heat up. That balance is what separates a high-end gaming laptop from just an expensive one. The keyboard is full RGB backlit, but more importantly, it feels solid. Not overly mushy, not overly sharp. Just tuned for long sessions, whether that's gaming or typing. And then there's the display. 18 inches at QHD Plus with 240 Hz is kind of the centerpiece here. It's big enough that you're not squinting, sharp enough that text looks clean, and fast enough that motion blur basically stops being a concern. But here's the real question with a laptop like this. Do you actually need it? Because the truth is, this is not trying to be portable in the traditional sense. This is a move-it-from-desk-to-desk machine. It's for someone who wants near-desktop performance without being locked to a tower. And in that role, it absolutely makes sense. You're getting extreme performance, huge memory headroom, massive storage, and a display that honestly feels like it belongs on a high-end monitor setup rather than a laptop lid. So yeah, it's powerful. Almost aggressively so. But that's kind of the point. You're not buying this because it's subtle. You're buying it because you don't want to think about limitations anymore. And in that category, it delivers.